Not taking accountability of yourself will not allow you to progress further. And I just see it so many times, and people don't understand that you're just creating a habit of ungratefulness. I have questions that I write myself I write down and I go back to those and I try to apply those to my life because those are very important to me. I have a list. I have the list for you guys. Maybe you can use this to apply to your life and see if it may help you, because I was told and I read in a book that, when you're looking for a question, normally your questions are your answers. So I have a list of empowering questions that I like to ask myself to basically get the answer that I'm seeking for. Because once you ask the question, your brain begins to work to seek for the answer. So I have a list of empowering questions that I always ask. And one of those questions is, how can I be an embodiment of gratefulness? I know that everything in life for me is because I am grateful for everything that life has to offer me. That's the ups, the downs. Count it all joy. And that's what I try to live by. I try to live by counting it all joy, even when things are hard, even when things seem like they won't get better and your life seems to fall apart. Somehow you seem to still always make it. If you're even listening to this, you've made it to a point in your life, whether it's up or down, whatever's going on, you've made it to the point to see this video at this moment. So you're meant for something. But we get so caught up in the moments, and those moments become more moments, and it's just that compound effect. And I strategically and I purposely wrote this question as an empowerment question for how can I stay in a state of gratefulness at all times, because when you're just in that state of gratefulness, then you can really truly appreciate life for all it has to offer. You can appreciate your journey more. You can just appreciate the steps that you have to take, whether they be hard or some come easy, whatever it may be. But you understand where you are in life, and you understand that you have a blessing and you have a chance to live this life that so many people don't really have. A lot of people don't have a life. A lot of people aren't here. But you get the chance to be here and listen to this, or listen to something that motivates you, or you just hear a word that encourages you, or you just get to wake up and smell the air again. There's not a lot of people who live in that. But so many times we get caught up in being ungrateful for some things, like, oh, it's this person's fault and it's my friend's fault, and can you believe the government didn't do this? Like, it's just so many things that's going to go wrong and happen in life that if we stick to every single one of those, you never get further in life. You really just create a habit and really become addicted. So you become addicted to being ungrateful. You really become so used to, your first reaction is, it's their fault, or man, I can't believe this, or I can't believe that happened to me. Can you believe this? That's your first reaction. When your first reaction to be like, you know what? I'm just glad I got the chance to grow in this moment. This is another moment, even though it's hard, even though it's difficult, it's a moment for me to grow. So, you know what? Even though it's difficult, I know it's working on me to make me a better person. Because I know there's nothing in life that God won't put on me that I can't bear, first and foremost. So if I just have that thought in my head, I can understand that, you know what, this is just a moment in time for me to grow. Now, we won't always react to that in the split second, like, oh yeah, I'm just go to that every single time. No, but you will get to a point where you will start creating that habit, like, okay, I didn't react like that the first time, but the second time I did. And then I may have fell back into being ungrateful about the subject, but then the next time I made sure I shed some light on the good things that I got out of it. And then you start to accumulate those and more. So then people start looking at you like, how are you able to just stay so calm? And it was so difficult in this situation, and I've never, because I understand that for me in my life, when another situation, because a lot of times, if you have like one late bill, you're probably going to have another. The only difference is you're either going to complain about it, or you're just going to move on from it because you've been here before. I'm going to talk about my aunt. My aunt, every single time the light bill comes, she makes noise about the light bill. Every single time. I'm like, how many times have the light bill came? They're going to come. light bill is going to come. But it's your response to it. It's your response to everything that's in front of you. It's your response to every action of your reaction to things that happen in your life. And if we understand, like, pretty much everything in life is just a pattern that's happening over and over. In most situations, you're just going through like the same type of situations over and over. And it's just the only difference is if you've learned to accept and move on past that, the first time, second time, whatever time, to the point that it no longer is bothersome for you. Just like any habit, you don't have to think about brushing your teeth because it's just a habit. If you just get into a habit of accepting the reality of what things are in your life over certain situations, and you start adopting the mindset of being grateful in those moments, they will start moving on. Your life will start moving in an upward trajectory, in my opinion. Hey guys, thanks for tuning into the show. Please subscribe on our YouTube, Spotify, Apple, and wherever you listen to your podcast. I greatly appreciate it.